What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Reality. I am John. I'm flying solo tonight. Richie has had some family stuff he had to take care of the last couple weeks. Didn't want to miss another week with you guys. We have had this great Survivor Series dream matchup stuff planned for the last couple weeks, so I am here doing it solo with you guys tonight. Richie will be back next week, I am sure. And we're going to have a good time. Who's going to have the best card? I don't think anybody's going to touch mine tonight. I'm just going to say that. My dream match for Survivor Series, put a little twist tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, let's see who's in the chat. Who do we got so far? We got Sean Fuller. Hey, yo, what's up? Here we go. Yes, sir. Blackjack Laza's here. Greetings from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Jeremy's here. The time is now. What's going on, everybody? Been looking forward to this episode for a while. Yes, sir. Blackjack is here. Sean, we have the great Rewind. Taz is Pro Wrestling. Rewind, great to see you, my friend. Hopefully we'll get a little Punishment Bowl segment from you later tonight. Lawrence says to you, Sean, good day. And good day to everybody. 110%. The Wrestling God is here. That is right. The Wrestling God is here. JBL. I'm going to talk about him later. I'll leave that for my card later, though. JBL is going to definitely be in there. Sean, I bet you're great, but nobody can replace Richie to me. He's there all the time. He's my man, so he'll be back next week, though. Jude's here. Made it on time. Great to be here. Great to see you as well, Mr. Rewind. All right, everybody. Dream card for Survivor Series is here. Who are you going to pick? What are you going to do? Joey, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you again. Hopefully you're doing wonderful. Well, you got a good crowd tonight so far. I love this. All right, so let's get into it tonight, guys. I'm going to put out the link in just a minute. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to unfortunately take down Mr. JBL's music, but who's excited about War Games in the audience tonight? What do we got going on here? I haven't been paying much attention to wrestling the last couple weeks. Been super busy with work. Started a new business venture I mentioned a couple weeks ago on the show, or a few weeks back, and it's just been keeping me crazy busy. So haven't been keeping up too much, just a little bit with the stuff with the Bloodline. I know War Games is coming up. TNA, I heard, sold out another card, or another big PLE card this last weekend. So a lot going on. The Wrestling World Private Party, I heard, just became the new champs in AEW. Interesting stuff. 100%. Jason, what's going on? Jason, what's the score of the Yanks game right now? Fill me in. Last I saw, they were up 4-0. David says, dream match, Triss versus Nadia Comaneci in women's gymnastics. All right, David. Interesting pick there, and I like the Expo stuff. Yeah, I probably haven't missed too much in the wrestling world. That's right, Sean. I know there's always something going on, but fill me in if there's anything out there. Let's see. Why did I change the name of the page? Jason, this was the original name of the show for right from the beginning. We changed the name of it a few years back. And when me and Richie started this venture ourselves, we decided to go back to the old name. We never really wanted to get rid of it in the first place. We just kind of went another direction with it years ago. And it's the name that's here forever. So it was the original name 6 years ago when we started it. TNA put ECW on Rhino, an old Hall of Fame. Good for Rhino. Didn't who else went in? Didn't somebody go in that had passed away? I think Don West is already in. Somebody else went in the TNA Hall of Fame, I think, this weekend too. Fill me in on who it is if you remember, Rewind, or anybody in the audience. AEW is still hot trash. Well, Private Party's the new champs, I just saw. The Young Bucks are going to be working from home from now, and they're still going on with the Moxley stuff from what I've seen. I keep up with modern wrestling through the internet, but don't watch much of it. Yeah, that's kind of me too, Lawrence. I keep up with it with the clips and everything, but other than that, I don't really get a chance to watch it too much. I try to catch as many WWE PLEs as I can, but Bob Ryder, yes, thank you, Rewind. Real legend of the TNA, one of the pioneers, I think, that kind of helped them get on the map in the early days of TNA, from what I've heard. Never been a big guy that's watched a lot of TNA. I've said it a lot through the years on the show, so I haven't really caught a lot of it through the years. But what I've caught of it in the Asylum years and some of the stuff later on, the Aces and Eights stuff, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was like just up and down all the time with them. Rhino should be in the TNA Hall of Fame. He's done a lot of great things there. Absolutely. Yankees were up 5-0 and then gave up 5 in the 5th. Oh, man. Poof. Well, as a Mets fan, I can tell you that I know you're a Yankees fan, Jason. As a Mets fan, I can tell you that, by God, those damn Dodgers, that lineup on them, you can never sleep on them. I mean, they're winning this one, I think. I hope for the Yankee fans that you guys can get some retribution, maybe get another win or two, but I don't know. That Dodgers team is scary good with that lineup. You're not pitching around that whatsoever. NXT Halloween Havoc was okay. Wish it was a main roster PLE. There's a good topic about NXT that I actually want to talk about. These are some of the clips that I have caught recently, with NXT. Their women's division that they're carving out down in that brand, just fantastic, man. They brought Steph Vacker, Julia. I don't know this new girl's name that just came in. Somebody fill me in that just came in. She's like a real big name from overseas. I don't know anything about her. They've had Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan's still out there as a real talent. I mean, I know I'm missing a lot because I don't watch a lot of NXT, but this women's division, one of my buddies is a big NXT fan, and he's always sending me the clips from NXT. And this ladies division has been they've been signing up some people. That the women's division in WWE is going to be real solid for years to come, I think, from what I've been seeing. Rewind says it's been a good week or two of pro wrestling. All right. Her finish is the F5. Who the new girl, the one that I don't remember her name, Jude, is that her finish? NXT's boring. I don't know. I don't watch much of it to be able to say if it's boring. A lot of people are loving it, saying it's the best product again that's out there. So I don't know. What do you guys think of NXT? Derek says the roster's stacked. TNA started off as WCW Memphis, has really created their own brand over the years. Yeah, that's for sure, man. They've been up and down so many times. Rand, what's going on, my dude? How are you tonight? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns. Jeremy mentioned here, and I see him in the back there, Jeremy, already in the private chat. He said Motor City Machine Guns are the tag champs now. Good for them, man. Talk about two guys that have been trendsetters in the tag team world through the years, guys that have just participated and been every single friggin' place out there. So, my God, man, good for them. Some people were bitching and complaining that they put the belts on them too fast. And I'm like, what do you bitch and complain if they didn't put the belts on them? So they showed you right there that they're willing to promote people from outside. I mean, I know Shelly came in and did a one-off with them once. I think maybe Saban's guest coach down there a few times, but really good to see them there. So really good to see the Motor City Machine Guns. Every time I've seen them, they were a fantastic team, and they have been everywhere together. So now they're in WWE. Do I think they're going to hold on to the belts for a long time? No, I don't. But it was a great way to kind of start off the, take some different stuff from the Bloodline feud a little bit, because we know that's where they're going at War Games. So Jude says, Sean said NXT's born. It's got better wrestling and better storytelling than AEW. All right. Bloodline storyline has run its course. It sure has, Sean, I think, but it's coming to an end here very shortly. I think WrestleMania is going to pretty much be the end of it. So January, Saban and Shelly were the TNA World Champs and X Division Champs. October, they're WWE Champs. Amazing. Yeah, really well-deserved for these two guys, too. Chris Sabin, I believe Chris Sabin was trained by Shawn Michaels, if I remember correctly. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Like I said, I'm not the biggest TNA guy, so I don't know everything about him. But from what I've seen Sabin perform, he was fantastic. Shelly's just a tremendous talent in his own. So real happy to see that they're getting a great opportunity for them, and I'm sure they're going to have a great run in WWE because they're great talent. So I say put the belts on who makes money. The guns are money. Absolutely. I mean, if they didn't see anything in somebody, would they be the champ? Look at history when people who were champions that they put in there weren't drawing good houses for them. They weren't doing good things. They didn't keep the belts on them too long. They probably tried to put them back. Ultimate Warrior was a great example. He was the guy that they were thinking was going to take him into the next generation after Hogan, and they learned real quick it wasn't going to work with him. What did they do? They had to pivot right back to Hogan. And that's just how it went. So there's nothing wrong if they have to pivot on somebody, but they're not going to put the belts on somebody that they don't think they can make money off of. They're a business. And I mean, Endeavor, or TKO, Endeavor, TKO, whatever you want to call them, they just bought the PBR2 for $3.5 billion, I saw. So now Endeavor, TKO Holdings, whatever they're called, is now owns the UFC. They own the WWE now, and now they own PBR. I mean, I didn't know PBR was that big of a moneymaker, but shit, 3.5 billion to their portfolio now, again, with another, trend-setting move, an amazing move that they did to bring different things to their entertainment endeavors. Wow. TKO might be a good time to go buy some stock in them for people, because they seem to be on the move really well and doing really good things for them. So I don't know if there's any other news that you guys think is worthy of discussing. We can talk about it afterwards. At the end, Y2J and the Radicals, when they left WCW, they won the belts pretty quick. In the WWF PBR, nothing wrong with a little PBR, my friend. Nothing wrong with a little PBR. Who likes PBR out there? I can handle a couple of them once in a while. All right, let's get into it, though. I'm going to put the link out in the chat. So if you guys want to come on the stream tonight and you want to tell us your cards, tell us what you think, give us your stuff. I'll lay out the rules here once again. If you want to come on the stream, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to come on the stream and you want to just type them in, you're more than welcome to type them in, and I'll get to them, after. So we can definitely hear them. So here's the rules once again. I'll give all the rules out. So tonight we're going to do one female matchup and we're going to do one male matchup. So it's your dream card. It can be wrestlers from any generation, any promotion, anything you want. It's up to you. Everybody's fair game that you can put in there. TNA, AEW, NWA, AWA, AAA, NEA, any wrestling promotion that you can think of, they're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to include them here. So it's going to be a 5-on-5. I'll give you a little time to talk storyline. Little time. I can't give a ton just because of the interest of time for everybody. So we'll have a little time for story time there. You can tell us maybe why you went that route and what your choice was on that. And once again, one male, one female. Real simple, real easy. 5-on-5. Let's see who's going to have the best one tonight. So, all right. One more quick comment. Outside of the Bloodline, the Blackpool Combat Club, they're doing some interesting stuff with arguments in the faction. Haven't seen much in that, Les. I'll have to check that out. So I will have to check that out. All right. Links in the chat, guys. If you want to join us, great. If you don't, like I said, you can type your answers. Laza, I got yours too from when you sent it to me. So if you want me to read them out, I can read them out. It's no problem too. So going to bring you guys on the chat real fast. We'll go one by one. If you guys want to, when you come on the stream too, if you have to run, I know some people are at work. I think Joey said he's at work tonight. So if you got to run at any point in time, you don't have to stick on the whole time on the stream, but I'm going to give everybody a shot. So one by one, I'm going to go through them. And then everybody that's in the green room right now, I'll get to you one by one. And then everybody will be able to get on the stream at once. But let's hear everybody. Let's give them enough time. Jeremy's first. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great.
All right. That's good to hear, man. How was your day today?
I've been busy, but all in all, it's been a good day.
Busy, but a good day. All right. I like that, Jeremy. All right, Jeremy. Let me get my little trusty pad and paper out here. Once again, everybody that's in the green room, I'll bring you on one by one, and then we can stick on the stream as much as you want. I'll go in order of who I saw signed in the back. So, Jeremy, you got first dibs on it. Give us your male. Give us your female. What do you got for us?
On both of these, I basically just went on styles and matchups alone.
Okay.
And these are just like the matches that me personally I would want to see.
Okay.
My female match, team number 1, I have Lita.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Becky Lynch.
All right.
Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
And Jordynne Grace.
Oh, all right. Interesting pick. Okay. Who are they taking on?
They are taking on Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair.
Oh. All right.
Liv Morgan.
Okay. All right.
Beth Phoenix.
Okay.
That's what, 4?
That's 4.
And my 5th, who did I have? Victoria.
Victoria. All right. Good pick. All right. Give me your lot. What's the background of this? What made you want to book this?
Just like the one-on-one matchups, like Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, I think would be a good one-on-one.
Okay.
And then you got old rivals like Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, Becky and Charlotte. Um, and just I think it gives you got balance on both teams. Like you got the smaller ladies like Alexa and Liv Morgan, then you got your muscle with Jordan Grace and Beth Phoenix.
You know what I'm looking? Jordan Grace and Victoria would be a fun one too, or Victoria and Rhea Ripley. I'd like to see Beth and Rhea Ripley too would be a fun one. I like that one. Good picks, man. Good picks. Who's the winning team on this?
I'm going with Team Lita.
Team Lita. All right. Are you a Lita fan? You big Lita fan? You love her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are huge marks for Lita. Love Lita's work. I'll say that 100%.
And like a lot of her stuff in Mexico is on YouTube, and her good stuff in Mexico is really good.
Yep. Absolutely. Hit me with your male one, bro.
Male one, I surprisingly didn't go with any megastars.
Okay.
This is like I'm a fan of like technical wrestling,
Okay.
so there won't be any Hogans or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, my first team is Ravishing Rick Rude.
Good pick.
Okay, next I have Mr. Perfect.
Excellent pick. Shall I say, no pun intended, a perfect pick?
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Next I have Triple H.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
And before he was Stone Cold, I have Stunning Steve Austin.
Stunning Steve.
And rounding out the team, I have the Cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Ooh. Interesting. I like that team. Boy, that's a hell of a team right there. Perfect, Rude, Triple H, Stunning Steve Austin, Kenny Omega. Boy, that's a dynamic team. I like that. All right, who are they taking on?
They are taking on the team of Roddy Piper.
Okay.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Ricky Steamboat.
Okay.
And the phenomenal AJ Styles.
This is a technical team versus a technical team, basically here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, looking at this right here, AJ Styles, Steamboat, Angle, Hitman, Piper, Rude, Perfect, Triple H, Stunning Steve, Omega. Is there one bad worker in that?
No.
No, not at all. Is that the basis on it? Best technical wrestlers for you? That's like kind of your theme to this?
Yeah, and they can tell stories with their moves in the ring. They don't have to be big talkers.
Good pick. Very sleeper match right there. I really like that one. Who's the winner in this?
I would give the edge to the heel team.
Okay. All right. Good calls, Jeremy. I like that, man. Really good matches. All right, cool, Jeremy. Stay on with us, though. I'm going to bring our next one on, okay?
All right.
Jude the Dude. Jude, what's up, my friend?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? You doing good?
Oh, yeah. I'm home from work, and I'm off tomorrow, taking the grandson trick-or-treating around our neighborhood, so.
Ooh, all right. What's he dressing up as?
Bluey. Everything in his world is Bluey. So, yeah, everything. Bluey this, Bluey that. When a song comes on, it's Bluey. And, he hears the startup of Disney Plus because it's on Disney Plus. Oh, my God, yeah. He hears the startup of Disney Plus. He points at the TV, Bluey. I'm getting there, kid. Okay, stop.
Kids pick the darndest shit to really like, right?
Yeah. Well, my daughter was letting him watch Paw Patrol, and he started acting up a little bit, because I've heard that Paw Patrol makes kids just overstimulated or whatever it is. Man, he watched that Paw Patrol and he turned into a little shit.
So no more fucking Paw Patrol, huh?
No, we're back to Bluey now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Bluey's the man if that's happening, right?
So
Oh
I
yeah,
did-
oh yeah,
I didn't know till the other day that Bluey is a female.
yeah. Bluey's a girl. Yeah,
What show is this?
it's
the-
called Bluey. Yeah,
Bluey.
it's called Bluey. Yep.
Okay.
It's from Australia. It's like the hottest thing for kids right now. Now, the colors that they use for the show and like the animation, everything like that,
Yep.
is stimulating for children and dogs.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, dogs will stop dead in their tracks and just watch the TV. Like my dog, he'll walk past, it's on, he'll stop, sit down, and just watch TV. It's
Jesus.
damnedest thing, man. It's
When
the
you were saying
damnedest
Bluey
thing.
at first, I thought you were talking about Blue's Clues, and I hated that shit when my kids.
Oh
watch
no,
it.
not that. I met him at Pittsburgh Comic Con. Steve,
Oh, what a creep!
he's the coolest motherfucker.
Is
man.
he? He's
He
a
actually
creep.
has he has like a death metal band that he's the lead singer for.
The
It's
fucking
funny as
Blue's
shit.
Clues guy.
Yeah.
You got to find this and send this shit.
Yeah,
to
I'll
me.
send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Please do.
Yeah.
Shoot me it with. I got to see this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That guy
But he's
fucking-
the funniest damn guy, man.
He fucking tormented me for years with my daughter when she would watch that crap, man. It was like it was like cruel and unusual punishment, you know. And then she would watch this fucking cartoon, Caillou. You ever remember Caillou?
So Caillou looks like that uncle at the reunion that hugs you just a
Yeah.
little bit too long.
Fuck Caillou. Okay. Excuse my language. Fuck that kid. Like
it's
he's
always
Jeremy, did you watch Caillou or your kids watch it?
no. But see,
Fuck.
going back to what he was saying about the dude in the metal band, it's always the ones you least expect. I mean, look at Bob Saget, who's
Yeah,
Danny Tanner, but
good
he's one of
point.
the dirtiest
Oh, yeah.
comedians out there.
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
And he was the dad on Full House.
God. Boy, they had that Caillou was the worst, that kid, though. He was such a whiny little bastard, you know. He was
Yeah,
just terrible.
my kids never watched
No.
that.
When I'd see her watching that shit and I was hearing him whining about it, I can still remember the character's name, Rosie. And then my daughter had a stuffed animal that she called Rosie. Ugh. That fucking thing tormented me for years. It's still in this house somewhere, Rosie, you know, to
Yeah.
remind me for the rest of my life about those years. All right, guys, sorry. We didn't mean to go off on a tangent. I didn't know who Bluey was, and I loved hearing it. Jude's beard versus Danielson's beard. Oh, fuck. Danielson
All
doesn't
day.
even...
Let's go.
Danielson doesn't even compete against Jude's beard. All right. That little mamby-pamby ain't got nothing on the real man's beard.
Nah.
Yeah. Jude's got him all day. With the gray, it makes it even better.
Yeah, it's coming into my season too, so you know.
You're going to be busy over the next couple of weeks, huh?
Oh yeah, making some money.
Jeremy on the naughty or nice list.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Probably in the naughty list.
What about Rewind? He's in the green
Oh,
room. I
he's
can see
dead.
him.
Oh, rewind. We'll talk about that. Yeah. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
All right, man. Sorry, guys. Joey, I see you in the back too, and I see you in the back. Rewind. Just hold tight, guys. Joey, I know you're at work, man. So I told the guys, and if you can't stick through it because you're at work, once we get you on for your card, no worries, man. I know you're busy too. So, Jude, let's get to you though first, and then I'm going to go to Joey. Then I'm going to go to Rewind in the green room. And Jude, who do you got for your women's match? Hit me with that one first.
So for my women's match, for the first team, I have the captain being China.
Okay.
With Victoria.
Okay.
Trish Stratus. Lita. And Miss Jackie.
All right. Miss Jackie, the one that was with Mark Merrow, right?
Yes. Yep. And then on the second team, I have team captain Rhea Ripley.
All right.
With Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Britt Baker, and Jordan Grace.
Good pick. Who's the winning team here?
I have Rhea going over. Rhea's
the sole survivor.
Yep.
Good pick. Is it her and China at the end that you'd go with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
finally
Her and
get
China
that
at the end.
showdown.
Yep.
I really
Absolutely.
like that one because I didn't even think of Rhea and China, to be honest with you. But that one really matches up real well. What's the theme behind this really like that you're kind of seeing for your theme on this match?
For like who is the eighth wonder of the world?
All right. Got it. Like that one a lot. Good pick, Jude. What about your men's?
So for my men's, and you guys will know the theme of this right off the bat. So team one, captained by The Undertaker.
Okay.
With Brock Lesnar, Kane, Triple H, and HBK Shawn Michaels versus Team 2, which will be captained by Sting, Goldberg, Cactus Jack, DDP, and Booker T.
WWE versus WCW. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I have
All right, let me
Undertaker,
make sure I got 'em all
Undertaker
right.
going over.
All right, so Taker, Brock, Kane, Triple H, HBK versus Sting, Goldberg, Cactus Jack, DDP, Booker T.
Yep.
And who's going over?
Taker.
Taker. See Soul Survivor?
You know what? No. I actually have the sole survivor as Brock Lesnar.
All right. Who does he take out at the end?
You know what? I think he takes out Sting.
Love it. Love it.
He's the one
That's
who
a
takes out
swerve.
Sting.
Good swerve.
Undertaker Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Then Brock Lesnar beats Sting.
Good pick. I really like that twist to it at the end too,
Yep.
with Brock being the sole survivor. Good one.
If we have time at the end, I have another one that I was going to go with that would have been a pretty good match.
All right.
So,
We'll make time at the end. We'll have
Yeah.
time. We'll
Yeah.
have plenty of it for sure.
I'm interested to see with everyone else's matchups if anyone puts Randy Orton on a team because he's got the record for most Soul Survivors.
I had him on my one team. I had him on Undertaker's team, and I took him off.
He came off
There's
mine
a reason
too.
why.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came off mine too. I was going to put him on it for the same, but I took him off for a reason too. So
Yep.
Good picks, Jude. Jeremy, great picks. Awesome so far. Joey's going to go now. Joey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
I know you're at work, man. I know. Thanks for swinging out while you're at work. So, like I said on the stream, if you get busy and you got to bump out right afterwards, no worries, man. I get it. So,
Oh, that's okay. We're about to close, and I'm getting transferred tomorrow, so I'm just kind of
there you go. There you
doing
go.
some tying up some loose ends. So.
There you go, buddy. Hit me with your women's match. What do you got? What do you got for your women's match?
So, for the women's match, I'm gonna actually go with an elimination chamber
Ooh,
because I can't really think of enough women, but I'm gonna go with Chyna, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Wendy Richter, and the sensational Sherry.
interesting.
Yes.
Who would win this one?
I would go with Charlotte Flair.
All right.
Yeah. So
And you went for a swerve away from the traditional to the elimination chamber. Interesting.
yes.
All right.
It's not. I don't know. I just can't think of a lot of great women's matches, Survivor Series matches. They've all been letdowns. So,
Gotcha.
but like the specialty women's matches have all been great. So I just had to go with something different. So.
Yeah, I can't think of offhand. You guys tell me in the audience too if you can think of one. What was a great women's Survivor Series match? And this is no disrespect to the ladies because they're phenomenal performers. I just can't remember one that like sucks me in right off the bat that I've seen. You know?
I can't think of any.
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
The one from Survivor Series 2 years ago, the War Games, was a good one. I can't remember everyone that was in it, but the War Games women matches have been actually good.
Wasn't it
Traditional
like
style
damage?
though.
Yeah,
The
it was
War
like Damage
from-
Control and two other people. I think
Yeah.
it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
The War Games from Takeover 2019 in Chicago was good. The
Yeah.
women.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Okay. So what do you got for your men's matchup?
it's gonna be Hogan as the captain.
All right.
Austin, Cena, The Rock, and CM Punk. No, not CM Punk. Probably Roman Reigns versus Roddy Piper, Randy Orton, Triple H, CM Punk, and Kevin Owens.
Good call.
I like that last team. That's a good team.
Shit, yeah, that
Mhm.
is.
All 5 great villains. So
Man, so it's kind of like the big time heels against the big time baby faces at some points.
yes.
Good theme.
Yes.
Who's the winner in this one, or who's the survivors too?
I'm gonna go with John Cena, but the only ones that do the clean job is probably going to be Triple H, Kevin Owens, and CM Punk. Maybe Austin. The rest of them do not job cleanly because Roddy Piper has never jobbed cleanly. Randy Orton might job cleanly. Yeah, he's jobbed cleanly a few times, but I just don't. I think Hogan would take a count out. I think Roddy Piper would double disqualification with Austin. The Rock would. The Rock might job, so he might get jobbed out. But yeah, so I would go with that.
Good picks, Joe. I really like those, man. Good stuff. All right. Joey, if you want to hang tight, please feel free. If you got a run man too, don't worry. No harm, no foul. Great call on it.
I'll keep the feed going on the live, but I gotta go close up here in a little bit.
All right, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. You'll hear the winner at the end, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, buddy. Be good.
See you.
Yep. Bye, Joey. Joey picked some interesting ones there too. You know, he picked some good ones too.
I read years ago that Hogan has only ever lost 6 times clean.
Really?
In his entire career. 6 times.
I'd have to go back and put my Hogan thinking cap on that.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, it don't work for me. Right. Creative control, brother.
Yep.
Fucking Hogan couldn't even rip his shirt the other night at the rally. That was bad. He should
stop, man. Like
just stop.
I love
Sell
Hogan.
Your beer,
don't get me wrong.
I
love Hogan.
I do too.
But
he's my all-time.
There's a point
stop.
like Ric Flair. Go
stop,
away,
Rick. Please.
Yeah, go.
I agree. Yeah. I love them all to death. Go away, guys. It's okay.
Come out, do a pose,
rich.
Call somebody brother.
Yep. Yep. Seriously. Sell your beer, sell your weed product, Rick. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna make boatloads of money. You'll be good.
And your next ex-wife's going to take half of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Hogan's on his 3rd. Flair's on like his 6th or something?
7th. He just got divorced. Now here's the thing: his current wife Wendy, he's been married to before. He's been married to her twice. So I mean, does it count twice? You know.
What can you say about Rick? You know, he's Ric Flair. All right, Sean's going with the 4 Horsemen and Bruiser Brody versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Interesting. That's 5 ass kickers versus 5 ass kickers there. So
now, which version of the Horsemen?
Yeah, true. Which one? If it's me, I'm going the old school version.
Mm-hmm.
You got to bring in Tully. You got to bring in Ole. You got to bring in all of them. That's me though.
Yeah,
I would go with the Barry Windham version.
Oh, Barry's a great one too.
Yeah.
Rand's got for men, he's got a one-sided ECW triple threat, all members: Benoit, Malenko, Candido, Bam Bam Douglas, Horseman with Triple H. This is a men's team. I like the inclusion of Triple H with the Horseman there. Triple H is a guy that I could have seen it being in the Horseman if he would have been 10 years younger, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Good pick on that one. Good call there, Rand. 100%. Sean says, woo! All right, now let's bring our good friend on. Hold on. We got to give him a proper introduction here. I will not skimp on it for him. So let's welcome him into the show.
Survive by wrenches.
Always gets me. He's even posing like Taz here. Look at him. He's here.
Hey, lift your arms up real quick, though. Yeah, that's not Taz.
Yeah, it's a bit more stockier, right? You know.
Have you been hitting the weights? Have you been hitting the weights, Rewind?
No, God, no. I haven't worked out in like 3 years.
Bro, he's got a fucking chalkboard in the back. Look at this.
What the?
He's got a WWR stickers and Survivor Series all over this. This is absolutely tremendous at this moment right now.
Is that a bracket or a list of punishments?
You see it? So,
good call, Jeremy. What is it? Team Richie versus John. The loser gets whipped on a pole match or something. Is that?
Does that say Diddy?
Tuxedo match though.
Richie's missing out tonight. He's missing out. Look at that board. Yeah. Rewind. God bless you. Where did you get all those logos? Did you?
No, these are
make
papers.
them
I printed them out. So I took the logo, your logo, I printed it out, and I taped it up there. Then I did Survivor Series and taped it up there. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I was looking around for a chalkboard or a whiteboard, and let's say this one just fell off a truck one day.
Look at him. What a guy.
Yeah. So
He's
yeah,
a jam up guy here, and he wrote his stuff on the damn chalkboard. Look
can
at
you
that.
see it? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see it pretty good. You're gonna have to
You
read
think
it to me, but still, I can see some of it.
Yeah, my handwriting. It's a work in progress, but
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this since the fantasy
Dude,
booking.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Sean's voting for a dream match: Rewind versus Taz in a baby oil match.
You take me. But by the way, speaking of the
You
show,
can let him.
JR did a whole episode about Taz on his podcast.
Oh, I
Check
gotta
it out.
listen to that then.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, yeah.
Did you listen to it 2 or 3 times?
6 all day long
6?
at work. It's on repeat. So repeat for 10 hours.
All right.
Hard nipples and everything.
Hard to and everything.
I love this chalkboard is tremendous.
Yeah.
It really is.
Remember
Good
that
job.
video. Between here and here is where you F around and find out.
Yep. Yep. All right, Rewind. Let's hear yours, my friend.
All right. So first, we'll do women's. China, Rhea, Raquel, Nia, Nicole Bass. So I wanted a team of just straight up killers, big juiced up women, versus
Nicole Bass.
Bass. Before or after the transition? I'm just asking.
Oh my God, Nicole Bass.
before she was Sable's bodyguard. Would you mess with that chick?
Yeah. No, I would not have messed with her.
No, I wouldn't.
She had a voice deeper than all of us here, and she had a beard thicker than Jeremy's, mine, yours, and even Jude's, all rolled into one.
A little. That turns you out just
The one eye that looked this way too.
Only you would have thought of this match right here.
Oh, I can't wait till the other half. Come on.
Come on, hit us with this
versus
one.
AJ Lee, Lita, Trish Stratus, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. So
That's too normal.
I couldn't think of anything else. So China's team just going to destroy them. Just destroy them. They're
That's
twice the
You
size.
could have threw Gabby Tuft into the other side.
Yeah.
They need somebody to be able to combat Nicole. I mean, who on the other team would be able to take Nicole Bass out?
Nobody on that other team.
No.
No one.
No.
Straight beating, dude.
Trish is my all-time favorite. She's not getting near her. Then you throw in Rhea Ripley,
Yes.
like it's over. Then you throw in the 8th Wonder World China.
China. Right.
And then you got Raquel Backflex, who nobody will still care about in that match, but it's okay. And then to top this team off, you throw the sloppiest pile of shit in women's wrestling in the last 10 years, Nia Jax in there. What a fucking team. I love that.
They're all just giant women, dude. You know what I mean? Just giant.
They're
Just
really just
beast.
flapjacks.
Just beast.
Just yeah.
All right.
All
I
right.
love that. What about for men?
So we're gonna do a tuxedo match. Survivor Series tuxedo match. So it's gonna be Team Richie versus Team Rewind. So I know Richie wanted his revenge from WrestleMania when I got him a nice rub down. So Survivor Series, 9 months later. So we're gonna go Bill and Chuck and Rico. Adrian
Is this
Adonis.
Richie's team?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. So Richie's team: Bill and Chuck, Rico, Adrian Adonis, and then Richie. And my team, Gold Dust and Friends. So we're doing Gold Dust, R-Truth, Booker T, Mankind, and then me, Rewind.
Goldust, R-Truth,
Yeah.
Booker T.
And
Who
me.
else? And you.
Gold Dust, R-Truth, Booker T, Mankind, and Rewind. So do you guys remember when Mankind, Gold Dust, and Undertaker were all in the same ring?
Yes.
And Mankind was giving the Undertaker the mandible claw, and
Yep.
Goldust was kissing him. That was
Yep.
my idea for that one. And then like Goldust is friends. He's all friends of Goldust, right? For the most part, right?
Of all nights, I decide to go solo, and Richie can't join me for the night.
I know.
You put that team together for him,
I
and
did.
he's not here. I know he's gonna watch this after. So Richie's got
You can't even say it.
Billy and Chuck, Rico, and Adrian Adonis. Why didn't you throw Sunny Kiss in there too? I mean, come on. Oh shit, Jesus.
Oh.
Man, Rewind. You are a treasure.
It's a tuxedo match too, so don't forget that.
So everybody's wearing tuxedos.
So the way I see it going is
How does
everyone
it-
beats everyone. It's just
Does
me and
Richie?
Richie.
Does Richie make it to the end?
Yes, it's me and Richie, and he's got that evil look in his eye, like he wants revenge from WrestleMania. He pants me down, he rips my clothes off, and he has his way with me.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh,
They broke the mold when they brought you into this world.
there
Rewind.
was no mold. Let's just
Just call it quits after that. Come on. I mean, that is tremendous. What a
Made
team.
everybody out of clay. He made him out of rewind. Or out of
I feel like I had a couple of Quaaludes after hearing that matchup right there. And then to make it even better is it's in a tuxedo match. Wow.
Oh,
I'm glad you went over though. I would have put you over too in this one.
No, Richie wins. He pins me down.
Oh, he pins you down. Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Fuck. You had to fuck it up by doing that. You should have won this one. Don't.
Well, I won WrestleMania, so I thought.
All right.
Richie-
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The way that he described Richie beating him, I think Rewind thinks he's won anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Pin
Sean
me,
says-
Richie. Pin me, Richie.
Sean says this show just took a huge swerve, and we're not talking about Strickland's.
Nope.
Nope. Rewind. Where is Moolah or Mae Young in your dream match?
I thought about it too, but they're just too old, dude. I couldn't like.
They're dead.
Rewind versus yeah. Rewind versus Linda in a baby powder match.
Dude, yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, that's
Questions, comments?
What do you say to that? I mean, what do you say? I mean, you warned me earlier when we were chatting earlier. You warned me earlier. You said you're gonna really love this one. You said you told me you put a lot of work into it, and by God, you did. And
Yeah.
that
He has a fucking chalkboard.
yep, he has a chalkboard right now with this all out.
Oh
Like-
shit.
God bless him.
I've been
Okay,
thinking about
guys.
doing this for a long,
Now
long
now
time.
listen, I've been thinking. Okay, hold on.
It's like he's a fucking coach. You know, he's
Yeah.
doing the X's and O's. He's like John fucking Madden over here. Like, oh, this one doesn't work for this team. Billy and Chuck aren't gay enough for Richie's team. He's like, I got to go back to this other one.
Well, we got Rico in here. We got Rico. So let's throw Rico in here. Rico will be good. So we got Rico.
These teams aren't fucking androgynous enough for me over here. Adrian Adonis. I don't think he should be on.
I was
there
going
at
to
this
put
moment.
Adam Rose in here,
Yeah.
but he's not gay. So
But
we'll take him out.
That lollipop shit wasn't gay enough for me, so Adrian Adonis has to be on it.
Dude, my original version is so much different. It was like the Steiner brothers and Team and Doug. Boys.
Oh no! Did you have Rick Steiner fucking cussing them out and calling them names like he did at WrestleMania this year?
It's so different.
You fucking did
Oh,
think
shit.
that. Jesus. This is wow.
Oh shit.
If you would have had the Steiner brothers in there, there's no way anybody's touching that shit, man. There's
It's
no
gonna be
way.
me, the
Now
Steiner
Venus
brothers.
is
and Dudley
on
Boys.
the team.
So originally gonna be the Steiner brothers, me, and the Dudley Boys versus Richie's team.
Holy shit.
It said
Oh,
it reminds me
man.
of the old Dean Douglas promos.
Oh.
Wow.
Well done. You are a national treasure, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Rewind, I can tell you now that I cannot wait until we all get together potentially next year.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I
We-
can't.
It'll be
can't.
like a serious, like when we can get this whole thing together with everybody, it's going to be a night of getting drunk and laughs with everybody. Just all my rewind stories.
How are
so
you?
that-
How are you with prison? I'm just asking now.
I'm not going there. No.
I've been to
No.
Judy a few times. But I haven't been arrested since I was like 16, so I think we're good. 17.
Bro, it'd be like the modern day Hangover with older men, you know?
But I don't drink. I drink twice a year, if that, dude. So
All right.
Oh, we're gonna add one next year, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even fucking drink, and I'm gonna go out and I want to have a beer with you. Okay, More than a
beer?
couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than a couple. And I don't even drink. I'm bringing the good bud from New York. Now that's fine.
I haven't smoked since 07, dude. So like,
God, I would fucking pay to see you stoned.
no, I'm super quiet. I sit in the corner, dude. It doesn't like. Nah.
Okay, nothing special to it.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite.
You don't even need alcohol or anything this other substance to be interesting and fun for anybody.
Yeah.
But I want to see how he is with it.
Oh yeah, bro. We've seen it stone cold sober.
Sober,
Okay.
right?
Sober. I would love to see it when I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing that one out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I can't wait to sit on your lap, dude. Christmas is coming around. You tell me if I've been good or naughty. Give me a little toy from your bag.
I'll show you my candy cane. It'll be a good time. But
Oh,
I don't know about yeah. Why not?
Wow.
why not?
Wow.
Why not? You can join
The
the
show has successfully gone off the rails tonight. So, and I'm loving it. All right. Now I'm going to bring
All
on
right.
our. Yeah.
So
I'm
Scott
gonna-
Hall.
Yeah, so Scott Hall, and I'm going to bring on our good friend from the land down under. He is the one. He's the only. He's Sean's idol. I know he's always looking for him if he's not here. Blackjack Laza is here. Mr. Laza, how is life down under tonight, my friend?
Oh yeah, pretty hot.
Is it hot as balls out in Australia tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shit, yeah. It's cold and miserable up here. Ray Jude?
Well, there you go.
Actually, it was like 83 here today.
No,
Daytime was fine. Now it's cold and miserable.
Oh yeah, it's
though.
cold out now. Yeah,
And it's raining now, so.
Yeah.
Laza, I've had the pleasure to read yours ahead of time because you didn't know if you could make it tonight, so you'd send it to me. So I'm going to turn it over to you now, Laza. Who do you got for your women's match? What do you got kicking it off with the ladies?
No worries. I've done a TNA versus WWE theme.
Okay.
In that they've got like TNA versus WWE. In the women's division, I've got in the TNA alumni, Laura. I can never say her name. Laurel Van Ness, Chelsea Green, Rosita, Jade, Tara, and Mickey James versus Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Lita, and Trish Stratus. And basically, it comes down to the final four are Tara, Jade, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Jade eliminates Rhea Ripley. Charlotte Flair eliminates Jade. Comes down to Tara and Charlotte Flair. And to shock everyone, Tara eliminates Charlotte Flair and wins it for TNA alumni. Reason I done that is I feel like the knockouts helped pioneer women's wrestling outside Japan to like a better level of wrestling beyond the TNA era. Excuse the pun, TNA, yeah, but now onto the.
I like your pick really quick though. Let me break that down for a second. This is the second or the third, maybe even it's at least 3 people now have put Victoria or Tara on their card, and it's a real testament to her and the work that she had throughout her career because I don't think she gets enough love from people on how what a pioneer she was in her own way too. So I love hearing in you guys' things the Tara or Victoria inclusions because she gets forgotten too much in my opinion. So great work.
Yeah, I rate her as my favorite female wrestler outside of Medusa.
Nice. What about for your men's one? Hit me with your men's card, Lazo.
Yeah, Team TNA alumni, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Consequences Creed, Eli Drake, Abyss versus Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, John Cena, Kevin Owens. The final four come down to AJ Styles and Abyss versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns eliminates AJ Styles. I stuffed that up. AJ Styles eliminates Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns eliminates AJ Styles.
Okay.
And it comes down to Roman Reigns and Abyss. Roman Reigns eliminates Abyss. Team WWE win. But after the match, there ends up being like a Memphis-style brawl, concession stand brawl, where all of the men and all the women get into it, whereas TNA alumni versus WWE, and that ends the Survivor Series. So I had in my head like some sort of Dusty Rhodes, sort of WCW War Games, where it's just like a brawl, sort of meets like the Survivor Series, but like it has like a format where it could almost be like a Stampede Brawl or something.
I love your TNA stuff that you threw in there too. This is a really good pick, man. You had that's a really solid card of workers there for sure. I mean that's some good shit right there. I really like that stuff. Thinking about TNA here for a second, I'll throw this out there. Anybody can jump in on this. Do you guys think there's money in a TNA versus WWE since Laza booked this one here? Like, do you think they're with the way TNA is so hot right now and how well they're doing in this partnership? Do you guys think there's money to be made and they might eventually maybe do like a TNA versus WWE thing for a short period of time?
I don't.
Okay, so Jude says no. What do you think, Jeremy?
I don't.
Nope, no for you.
You got so many other good talent that was in TNA that are either in WWE now or they're not able to wrestle no more. Like for me personally, you'd have to have a beer money reunion when Bobby Roode can't wrestle no more.
Okay, all right. What about you, Laza? What do you think?
I think there could be money just out of it being something interesting, like the Forbidden Door stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think is it probably won't make as much money as it would have back in the day, because let's face it, they're losing the stars that made it great. Like back in the day, like when you mention TNA, people think AJ Styles, they think Abyss, they think all the stars that made it great, they think Samoa Joe. Where nowadays you've got like some ex-WWE people, you've got some people on the rise, but outside of maybe Moose, I can't really think of like anyone that stands out, and that's the same with WWE. Like WWE have more credible stars. I do think, however, if they do this properly, they've kind of done it, but they haven't done it properly. There's money to be made in NXT versus TNA.
Yep.
Reason why NXT and TNA have the same sort of up-and-comer thing going on, because TNA has become more like an NXT up-and-comer brand. It's not all about ex-WWE stars anymore. And so NXT versus TNA, do that, help develop the stars by having that with both companies and do it in a bigger way. I reckon they could do something with that. It would make money because people are interested in seeing the new up-and-coming stars, and then it boosts both companies, and then next thing you know, you got like bigger stars coming out of it.
Love it, man. I good thoughts on that. Phenomenal. I'll piggyback off of what you said in just a minute, because I'll get back to that in just a second on that question. Rewind. What about you? You think there's money to be made in this?
Yeah, 100%. They should. Remember back in the day they did ECW and what was the other one? UWF or whatever it was. They had a match at Raw. It was ECW guy versus that.
Oh yeah, the XWF, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's money to make. People. Yeah, 100%.
I think there's money to be made with what Laza said with NXT versus TNA and things like that. To me, there's money to be made in one thing. I remember when they would do the Night of Champions pay-per-view every year on the main roster, and they would get all the champions to face each other, and it was like then they would do kind of like I think at the end maybe like a Survivor Series style match. I think it was one of the themes they tried to. They did a different thing with Night of Champions for a while. I would love to see, and I think there's money to be made to build it up over a little bit, do a little kind of Forbidden Door type thing in regards to NXT versus TNA now, and in a Night of Champions style. Take their heavyweight champion, put them up against the men. Same with the women. Tag champs against the tag champs of NXT. Their other smaller titles are X Division versus North American, something like that. I think they could build this up, and they could be invading each other's shows, and they could draw even more interest for them to, maybe go over and start doing some stuff and bringing some of the stars from NXT over to the TNA show, that they're doing each week. And if they really want to get froggy, I think they could bring the main roster people in on it maybe a little bit too. So there's something they could do.
I don't think I would do that with a TNA angle like that as long as Dolph Ziggler is your champion.
Okay. So you want to switch the belt off somebody?
I would take the belt off him. He's a WWE guy.
Yeah.
I would take the belt off him, put it back on Moose. Moose has always been that TNA guy. I just think that if you'd muddy the waters too much with it being Dolph Ziggler, because people don't look at him as a TNA guy.
Yeah,
they look at him
with WWE for 20 years or whatever,
so
right?
Long, yeah.
No, good point on that. Maybe a couple switch ups on things, and there's a lot of things you can do with that. I think that could make some fun TV. I mean, NXT is the hottest thing they got going on right over there now. That from what everybody's saying. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff done on the main roster too, of course, but people are really talking about NXT right now. I think there's a lot of money to be made, you know, in TNA and NXT against each other. And that's why when Laza put this up and sent it to me at the time, it's something I was kind of thinking of too. I was like, this is a really interesting pick. So great one from you, Laza. I really
I think
like
you're
that
going
one.
to have from NXT show last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see a lot of the mixture between the three in the women's Royal Rumble because they have a 5-on-5 next week, and Rhea Ripley showed up last night. And Jordan Grace, her contract is up in December. She just lost the TNA title, women's title. So I think the women's Royal Rumble is going to have a mixture of a lot of talent this year coming up.
Yeah.
I think the women's rumble is going to be fucking fantastic this year, and the men's one. I think there's so much that they're going to build for WrestleMania in that Royal Rumble this year that it's going to really show a lot. I think we're going to get a lot of surprises in it too, and I think TNA is going to be a big part of it as well. And just like you said, Jeremy, there's a lot that they can do with this. I think it's a huge positive for WWE and TNA to be working together, and I give a lot of credit to Triple H for going against the grain of how things were done forever there, where they would never do like the cross promotion. And let's give Tony Khan credit on that, to be honest with you as well, because Tony Khan was the first real promoter over the last 5 years ago when he started AEW. Yeah, he brought people in from everywhere, and he did try to forge relationships. He did stuff with TNA, did stuff with Ring of Honor before he bought it. He was doing stuff with Japan, with Mexico. I know how things went down the road and how they've gotten away from a lot of stuff, but Tony Khan was the guy that didn't have too much pride to call other people and try to collaborate together. So I think a lot of people owe Tony Khan a pat on the back for that one. We rip his ass enough on this show and in wrestling, so I think it's fair to give him that, because I don't think this TNA and WWE arrangement would have been anything that they would have thought about doing if they hadn't seen Tony Khan do it before, and it worked pretty well for him. So if I'm giving Tony Khan a pat on the back, it's something that he did that was good. So
I think the thing is, though, too, if you look at the whole thing with the Royal Rumble for this year in WWE, in years previous, you could look at it at this point in the year and go, I'm pretty sure so-and-so is going to win that, and so-and-so is going to win women's. Right now, you really don't know who's going to win, and there's a rumor right now. I don't know if you guys saw that WWE released a picture of Rhea Ripley saying that she has her right. A lot of people are saying she's pregnant.
Ooh, interesting.
So if she is, she's out for at least 12 months.
Yeah,
at least a year.
Yeah,
so then she hadn't had any matches.
Right. So my thing is if she's out, like that was who I would pick to win the Rumble.
Yep.
Who wins the Rumble now?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a show on its own that we're gonna have to do and break into to see who they might be able to bring into that to make the next stars. I think it's a good topic we can do around Rumble time.
I have an idea who wins the Rumble for this year for the women.
Okay.
Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, she's due to come back from her ACL injury, right?
I think she comes back at Rumble, wins it. And then you don't have to have her wrestle after Rumble. You really don't.
Yep.
You kind of just protect her because she hasn't wrestled for a while.
I like
protect
that.
her going to Mania, So
yep.
But the men's, like, who's winning the men's?
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in that one to be able to determine a winner. There's a lot of people that are deserving of it. Yeah, Sean, I know it happened in the 80s. I know definitely it did. I know that's especially with the NWA stuff. But they never really worked together for very long periods of time, and they would go back and forth and bitch and moan at one another, and you know this better than I do. I know you're a territories guy, but they would do it for increments, and then when they realized it wasn't beneficial to do it the way they were doing it is when they started stabbing each other in the back, and when they eventually stopped doing it. And let's be real, Vince, of course, was the one to put the kibosh on that one with cross promotion. He showed them all that you'll stick it to people at any point and how greedy people can be. So, yeah, I know it's been back that far, but I think Tony's done a really good job at it, and he's maintained very long with longevity with a lot of these places too. So,
my thing is too with Tony Khan too doing that stuff and taking talents from, man, if that boy would understand storylines,
yeah,
what
he could do.
Gold.
Yeah,
like it would be gold if he would know how to do a storyline with something like that, but he throws these matches together like with Ricochet. What's Ricochet doing in TNA or doing in AEW now?
Who-
Just collected a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, we already had him versus Will Ospreay. It's done.
If he would just get somebody else to book it and write it, like you said, listen, this guy has, he has passion for this business. Like he really loves it. And you can obviously see that he loves it and he's passionate about it. And it would be something I think that would be very infectious to a lot of people that would want to come over and work with him because they're like, all right, this guy's got a lot of fucking passion, but he's also got a lot of balls because he doesn't ever ask anybody for help that can help him do it.
That's like me saying, man, I really love food.
Yeah.
I love food so much, but I'm not a chef.
Yep. But I'm going to open my own 5-star restaurant, right?
Right. Because I really love food and have no idea how to do it. Right.
Yep. I mean,
that's what he did with AEW.
I mean, only a moronic person would do that for the most part, because it's like you said, you're going to open up a kitchen. It's going to be, this 5-star restaurant, but you're not going to hire a chef. You're just going to wing it on cookbook recipes, that you learn, or grandma's
Chef
old chicken
Boyer,
and
we
dumplings.
fucked.
Yeah, seriously, it doesn't work. You got to bring in people that know what they're doing to teach you. I mean, I've learned that in business through all my years of doing it. Is that the times that my businesses were the least successful was when I went in thinking I knew everything, and look. Instead of making way more money or doing something bigger, up the ladder, when you think with pride and you don't think with intelligence to ask somebody is where you're not making as much, or you're not putting out the best of what you could be doing and what you have the capability to do. So you learn that, where you have to alter those things in yourself because you don't always have the right answers. And if you want to succeed, you got to reach on people who know what they're doing. That's how you get better at it. So I don't know why he won't do that. It's probably the billionaire complex that he has, a little bit.
Pride.
I have a feeling why he won't do that. I'm going to be controversial here. He's restructuring AEW because when it started, remember how it was the elite and how they had a lot of say and there was a lot of infighting. And Cody Rhodes had a lot of creative because when it was at the early stages, I think there was a lot of stuff that was really good because Cody Rhodes had a really great mind for like some of his stuff. But then over time, there's been arguments between CM Punk and elite members and all sorts of stuff. And so he's probably been burnt because of like all the stuff going on. And there's been like a restructuring where the elite still have a say, but they don't have as much to say. So I think what he could be doing, there's so many veterans they have with AEW that they could utilize. Some have left because they're probably fed up. I think he sort of strayed away from it because he doesn't know who to get to help him. That he has the right person, like a Pat Patterson, not saying Pat Patterson, but someone in that role that knows their stuff creatively. I'm not talking about personally because Pat Patterson I've heard is pretty disgusting as a person.
Yeah, Jim Ross.
Yeah,
Jim Ross would be perfect because he's the head of like talent relations and done a lot of stuff with OVW back in the day in WWE. So if he put Jim Ross in that role or had Jim Ross look over some people who do creative, I reckon that's where it's out. Because the problem with AEW, the people that have had a lot of say have worked Tony Khan because there's been an issue of immaturity within a clique culture because the elite were basically the modern clique. So I think they're phasing that out now and hopefully it improves things for AEW. I've rambled on a fair bit, but you get the picture. Like,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's been the issue, the elite.
Do you guys listen to Busted Open?
I do, yeah. I will.
Okay. Yeah. So Busted Open a few episodes ago, we're talking about the Jon Moxley angle and what direction they think they're going to go with it because they don't think it's going to work with the way that they're doing it right now. It's losing steam like crazy. It's fizzling out. People are getting uninterested in his storyline because they haven't given any why or who or what or anything like that. And I love how Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer were bringing up, and Dave LaGreca too was bringing up about what do we think we could do with this to save it. And they brought up having Moxley start in a feud, not a feud, but an argument to get heat with his wife. Here's my thing with that. Then who protects his wife? So you're gonna get heat on him with a non-wrestling entity. And Tommy Dreamer brought that up. And then
Mhm.
Tommy Dreamer in the same sentence says AEW doesn't have a established star on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
How much is their roster right now? And you're
Jesus.
telling me that they don't have an established star? So you're saying that AEW, with the roster that they have, doesn't have an established star to go up against Moxley?
Who could it be? I mean, that you have over there if you're going to have him go against this, killer personality that, Moxley's portraying. It's not going to make sense to go against Okada. It's not going to make sense to go against any of the bad guys, in the Elite faction or Jack Theory.
This is the problem with AEW.
Mhm.
AEW's been there for 5 years. Who have they built?
Yeah.
They have a lot of talent they build and they don't build.
They built MJF, and this is the
Yeah.
other thing that they talked about was MJF and Adam Cole make no sense right now.
No, because it was the opposite of how the swerve happened, Cole was the
Right.
one that turned on him.
Right. And now Cole's the good guy. Cole's
Yeah.
the face. So you have no
saw them
established
trying
star.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I saw that clip of them trying to explain that and go around it. It was the most nonsensical stupidity I saw from
And the
how they tried-
audience shit on it.
The crowd had just absolute no understanding of what Cole was talking about in that promo and why, and no reason to want to cheer him more. And then you brought out his buddies, the goons who came out that were the bad guys in that angle, and now it's so stupid the way they did it. I don't get it.
And then you had MJF responding to it saying, "You're coming for my title. You want my title." And he doesn't have the title. Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, Rand makes a good point here. It's Orange Cassidy is the guy that they're trying to build up as this guy that they're trying to motivate him. Orange Cassidy is going to be
Mid-card at
what
best.
are we going to have? Vigilantes, Orange Cassidy propelling from the fucking rafters like he's the Crow.
Right.
Didn't he say he's not the leader of AEW or whatever? Remember when they attacked or whatever, the Death
Yep.
Riders? He's like, I'm not the leader. I don't want to be the leader. Leave me alone, pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're going to bring somebody else in, which will probably be Shane McMahon.
Well, then
Yeah,
they were
well,
talking about Darby Allin too, and Darby Allin's not
No.
without
No.
Sting. he's
But
nothing.
they're really going to try to do this, I think. They're really going to try to push this with Orange Cassidy being this vigilante type character for them. They're trying to make him more serious and pump him up. Like they had the Jerry Lynn segment with him. And I'm nothing against Orange Cassidy. People love him.
I
A lot
love
of
him.
people really, really are fans of him.
I
He's-
liked when they put Orange Cassidy. They teased Orange Cassidy with Don Callis,
yeah.
and they started getting him a little edgy, and then the audience didn't accept it, and Tony Khan pulled on it real quick.
Yeah.
Like he knee jerked way too fast. I do like that. With
I
what
do too.
Rand said, the House of Black is the only faction in AEW that makes sense to go against Mox.
But are you going to be able to
Only
build
one.
them up as the baby faces versus this, versus the heel
You'd have to
faction?
flip it.
So you're going to make Moxley the good guy?
Yep.
I can't see that.
Yeah.
Mox is the guy that's trying to save AEW from itself. And House of Black is the one, it's a swerve.
Mm,
House of Black is the one. Now, here's the thing. Who else do you add to House of Black, though?
yeah.
There's really nobody.
That Julia chick's been out too. So
Right. Well, they said that she's cleared now.
okay. So she
So
could
she's
maybe
clear.
go against Marina. I can't see the swerve though with the way they're trying to do this. Where they
Not
were
with the
trying
way
to-
they're doing it now.
Yeah.
No.
I couldn't. They should have brought them in differently if they were going to do something like that.
That's what
because-
Bully Ray brought up.
Yeah.
Bully Ray's the one that brought up House of Black. He said that they
Maybe
should have
bring
done
that.
this with House of Black.
I think House of
Maybe-
Black could be a
maybe.
really fun faction if they did them right in a dark way, as this dark faction that they are. But if they did it right, they could be a monster faction for them in a good way where they would be a babyface style.
I haven't seen the results for AEW Dynamite tonight, but I know Buddy Matthews was supposed to be going up against who?
Adam Cole.
Yes, Adam Cole.
Yeah,
And I
Cole won that,
guarantee-
right?
And I guarantee you they buried Buddy Matthews in this match.
Very well could be. Because Cole went over, and I know that. I saw a headline with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like they don't have anybody that can go up against Mox. They haven't explained anything more since he won the title.
Danielson will come back. They'll bring Danielson back eventually to get his revenge on him.
It doesn't make sense though.
It doesn't, but that's AEW,
You know?
so that's what they're going to do.
Right. That's
you
what
know?
they're going to do. Right.
That's what they're
I'm
going to
with-
do.
Kenny Omega.
Could be Kenny
Kenny-
too,
Kenny
think-
Omega would be the only one that would make sense to do that.
I think
because
till
of their
Kenny-
history.
Mhm.
I think until Kenny Omega comes back, just on the style of matches that the guys had in recent months, I would put Swerve Strickland against Mox
Swer-
because
Swerve against Mox?
proved that he's proved that he's got that edge about him.
I think they got to build him up a little more for me. You know,
Swerve.
yeah, a little bit more. I mean, he's very popular over there right now. He's
Swerve's-
definitely a pick, but he's
Swerve's
not
going to
that
be with this
superstar
new
level
Hurt
yet.
Business stuff. You know, you're going to get. Here's the thing: they could be bringing in Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley doesn't make sense either.
No,
You know, he's a WWE guy.
nope.
So it's like you haven't built up any of your homegrown talent at all.
Derek says a good one here. They don't have makeup baby faces in AEW to go against Mox. I bet you they wish they still had Cody and Punk. Yeah.
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 You know, shows it right
Absolutely.
there 100%. Man, the good point, Derek. Hey guys, let's take 5 minutes. We'll take a quick bathroom break, 5 minutes. I'll come back. I'm going to read. I got Derek's to read over. And then I'm going to say, I don't think I'm going to beat Rewind in regards to his creativity on that, but I think I'll be a close runner up because I did a little funny one too. I think so. Definitely not as good as his though, but I think mine will be.
But do you have a chalkboard?
I do not have a chalkboard. I got a green screen behind me, but no chalkboard. He wins all day to me right now. I'm not beating him. I'm just saying that right now. I am not beating him on that for me. So it's impossible. But I think I got a good one. Derek's got a good one too that I'm going to cover. And guys, we'll be back. Say about 5 minutes. We'll be back. Okay. So quick bathroom break, guys. I'll take you off the stream right now. I'll put you in the green room, and then I'll bring everybody back on at 5. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back in action. All right. Okay. Have Kenny coming in after the match with Christian Cage is over. Do you guys think Christian Cage is going to win the belt, or do you think that he's going to?
I think Hook's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Period.
I knew you would think Hook was going to take him out. Send in the Hook.
Yeah, him and his son could beat him to death, both of them, before he gets to the goat.
The blasphemy of what Father did.
Yes. Yeah.
No problem, Jeremy. Just pop it on anytime you want, man. Man,
I think the thing is with Christian, I don't think he's anywhere near wrestling for the title now with Mox doing his thing.
it threw a whole monkey wrench in everything, right?
Yep, I think that was just a waste.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot they could have done with it. A lot they could have done with it with Christian, but we'll see. Let's see where they book it out. It could be interesting. All right, getting back to our Dream Survivor Series cards. Let me do Derek's first, as Derek put his in. He had a great lineup here. So Derek's going with women's match: Lita, China, Ivory. Wow, okay. Becky and Victoria versus Trish, Charlotte, Medusa, Molly, and Ripley. That's a good matchup right there. Winners, Team Trish. Survivors, Trish, Charlotte, Ripley. Okay, I like that one. Ripley and Trish. Men's, HBK, Flair, Triple H, Angle, and RVD versus Hart, Benoit, Guerrero, Y2J, and Styles. Wow. Boy, those are some great workers right there. Survivors, HBK and Triple H. D-Generation X holding strong at the end. That's a good one. Good picks, Derek. Good picks. All right. I don't know how I'm going to top Rewinds.
It's not that good, dude. Come on. I bet you're just as
Bro.
good or better than mine, dude.
Bro. No. Yours was just tremendous.
It's a chalkboard. Okay, that's what it is.
The chalkboard is just tremendous too. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to top it, but all right. So for my women's one, this is what I did for the women's match. So I did old school versus new school, and I took the old school team with the captain being Trish Stratus, with her partners Medusa, Lita, Luna Vachon, and Miss Jacqueline. So they're going to be my five. And then taking them on is going to be the new school team, and it's going to be Becky Lynch, it's going to be Flair, and then it's going to also have Bayley, Ronda Rousey, and Jade Cargill. That's my group I'm going to pull. So I kind of matched somebody up with everybody, kind of dream matches that I wanted to see out of this. Trish, Becky Lynch, I know they did it. They had a hell of a match too when they did it. But I really like the work they did. I would have loved to have seen those two in their primes versus one another. That would have been fantastic too. Trish doesn't seem like she ever ages to me in any way. Like she's more beautiful now than she was even in her 20s. So Trish and Becky in their primes would be great. And as would Medusa, one of the pioneers of women's wrestling, taking on arguably the greatest women's wrestler of the last 10 years, Charlotte Flair. And I would love to see them take each other on. Bayley and Lita would be a really fun match. I think too, those two would tear the house down if they took each other on. I want to see Luna and Ronda, the crazy, nutty Luna Vachon, who would just steamroll over everybody, getting in there with the baddest chick on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Is her armbar good enough on Luna Vachon? I think it is, but I think it's going to be wild and crazy and a lot of fun. And then I want to see just two badasses go at it with one another. And when I think of badass women, I think of Miss Jacqueline from WCW and WWF, and she could kick the shit out of just about every guy in the back, So seeing her in there going against the gargantuan, the beast, the beautiful Jade Cargill, and them slugging it out, that would be a fun one to see. I'm picking for my winners on this, though. I'm going to go with Team New School on this one. And my sole survivors in this one is going to be Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. They're the ones that are gonna make it. Trish is going to go down to the end with her team, but she's going to go down to the two greats of the modern time. So that's for me for my women's. Now my men's is a completely different. I went with a theme on this one too. Rewind's theme is excellent in regards to the comedic value, the chalkboard. You guys put together some tremendous technical matchups and everything like that. I want to give a precursor before I give you my men's card. I want to give you a little disclaimer. I am not into politics, and I do not disrespect anybody's views whatsoever. I think everybody has their right to believe what they want to believe in the political realm. If you're a leftist, great. Enjoy yourself. I'm all for you to having that belief. If you're on the right and you're with the MAGA and Donald Trump, I think it's great too if you like that. You like who you like. That's the beauty of this country. I'm not a politics guy at all. I respect everybody's views. I want to throw that out there because I wrote a Survivor Series politics match, a political match here.
Oh shit!
In
I wanna hear
honor
this.
in honor of the elections here in the United States next week. It's going to be one hell of a tight race right down to the end with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Who's running with Trump again? JD Vance.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the guy's name with Kamala?
Tim Walz.
Tim Walz, right?
Tim Walz,
Walz. Okay, yeah. So big things coming in the U.S. We're choosing our president. This is going down to the damn wire. I am so sick of hearing people fight online about it and argue with one another and all this shit. It's driving me crazy. So I wanted to make a little fun out of politics for this time of year and being Survivor Series. So mine is going to be a political themed match. And of course, we are going to have captains. You know, we have to have captains for these match. And I tried to pick people that would align with each political party that I think. The ones for Team Trump, I know are supporters of Donald Trump. The ones on the other side, most of them I know. A couple of them, there's no way we could know. You know, it's just there's no way we could know. But I think they would line up in this storyline. So I'll throw that out there. So for Team Trump, captain of Team MAGA is going to be Hulk Hogan, the one and only. You know, he's been flexing. He's been promoting his beer. He's been everywhere. He's been unable to rip his shirt off at the Republican National Convention or sorry, Donald Trump's rally in MSG or wherever it was. But Hulk Hogan, he's been the big. Trump is his hero. He has got to be the captain of this one for me. So Hulk Hogan's captain. Now, recently, these two gentlemen, it came out, they did a political ad with Mr. Trump. And the wrestling world got set ablaze, you know, because of a couple of things that were said. And we've seen this political back and forth between a lot of wrestlers recently. So continuing on with Team MAGA, with Hulk Hogan as their captain, is going to be The Undertaker and Kane are jumping on. The Brothers of Destruction are here for Survivor Series. They are here for Team MAGA, and they're going to support this, and they're going to fight against the evil empire. And joining them is going to be none other than the wrestling god, John Bradshaw Layfield, just an all-around jam-up guy, smart man, you know, salt of the earth, you know, kind man backstage, everything like that. You know, I mean, this guy is just as good as they come. So JBL is going to be in it. And then another man who is not a favorite of people where he lives, but he is a very big supporter of Mr. Trump. He's very unpopular. He's probably got the most unpopular family in the state of Mississippi right now. And that's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, is going to be rounding this out. And he's going to be joining Hulk Hogan, his once arch enemy, the man that he brought into the ring, The Undertaker, and of course, Kane and JBL. So $1 Million Man's going to be there. Team Kamala, though, excuse me. Team Kamala. Who could be aligning with Team Kamala? Now, I know these first three are, or 100% fact, I know that they are. The last two, once again, there's no way I could possibly know. No way any of us could know. But I think they would align well. They fit with this storyline. So Team Kamala, the captain, is going to be none other than Big Sexy himself, Kevin Nash. He's vehemently been against Mr. Trump in the past with some things, not everything. And he's very, very pro-choice on his view on abortion. He very much leans towards more of the left side, and he absolutely hates Donald Trump. And it's got to be getting under his skin a little bit, brother, that his good buddy, the Hulkster, has been championing for Mr. Trump. So Kevin's coming out to defend Kamala's honor tonight, and he's going to be the captain against Hulk Hogan. Then this is why he'll line up against the first guy, or the second guy on Team Trump, Undertaker. This is who's going to align against him, and it's going to be none other than Mick Foley.
Jeez.
We're bringing this back in time. The one of the best feuds of all time. You know, one of the most insane moments in wrestling history. He's coming back. This time he's coming back though as Cactus fucking Jack. Bang bang. He's not going down. Mankind couldn't get the job done. We're bringing Cactus Jack back right now to come and take out the Undertaker. Let's see what they got. So Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. Number 3, he's going to take on the big red monster, Kane. He's going to be lining up against him, and it's going to be Dave Batista, who they mentioned in the promo with Mr. Trump. And Dave is definitely having none of that. He's coming to get him some. So he's joining Team Kamala. Rounding it out, though, the man who lies, he cheats, he steals, he's Latino heat. He's the father of the greatest heel in professional wrestling right now, Dirty Dom Mysterio. He's reigniting his rivalry with that piece of shit JBL, the man that made him bleed buckets at Judgment Day a few months back when we watched it. The man that tortured him and one of his biggest enemies throughout his career. Latino Heat's coming in, and he's going to be taking out JBL. He's coming for blood. He's going to be joining Team Kamala. Rounding it off at the end, and this is going to be the guy who's going to combat the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, who says everybody's got a damn price for the $1 Million Man, even if it's the welfare in the state of Mississippi. He's stealing it. The $1 Million Man doesn't care. Well, this fucking guy cares, and he cares about morals and principles and values. He stands for them. He's a man of the law. Even though it's from Canada, he doesn't give a shit. He's coming to America to help us out. The Mountie's coming back to take out the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with Red Beauty right in hand. He's going to zap that mother for what he did to Mississippi and his kids did. He's taking him out. I was going to bring the boss man in, but Nails had another run in with him, so I had to call in the reserves, and the Mountie is here. The Mountie always gets his man, too, doesn't he, gentlemen?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's how the match will end. This is how the match will kind of go. So the ref is going to be accidentally hit by one of JBL's clotheslines from hell when Eddie collapses from his massive blood loss in this match once again. As JBL tries to get the ref up, he's calling for another ref. As he can't get the ref up, he turns around and Eddie low blows him. This allows us to get a new ref that's running to the ring, and Eddie hits in true Eddie fashion the top rope, and he hits that frog splash for the 1, 2, 3. Eddie Guerrero is going to be your sole survivor in this match. He's the one that's taking it home. He lied, he cheats, he steals, he follows the democratic principles according to the other side, and that's why Eddie's going over in this one.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you have the Mexican beating the Team Trump.
Absolutely, you have to. You have to in this for all the border stuff. It's been all about immigration this time. The Eddie Guerrero has to be the sole survivor in this one, 1,000%. But it gets even better than that at the end of this match. So it gets even better. Kamala and Trump, they come into the ring afterwards, after this thing, and Eddie wins this match for Team Kamala. And Trump and Kamala come right in the ring. They're stunned by this amazing match. Eddie gets a mic. He informs everyone. He answers the question that has been on everybody's mind since 2020. And
is he here legally?
Nope. Nope. Even better. He lets everybody know the facts and the truth. The election was stolen. It was fake votes. There was bad things, all this stuff. It was Biden's guys doing this. Biden's guy was throwing it back at Trump's guy saying it's okay. It's not. Eddie Guerrero gets on the mic to let everybody know that he recreated the 2020 screw job. And he lied, he cheated, he stealed, and Team Kamala reigns supreme as he's dancing right outside of the ring in only the fashion that Eddie could do. Kamala, the mastermind behind this, she's smiling, she's happy, she knows that something big came out of this, that she got the win, she got the W, she got her way. She wasn't even supposed to freaking be here this year. The confetti starts coming down from the ring, from the rafters, and then we hear the sound that everybody likes to hear. We hear the glass break hit, and then out of nowhere, we are getting a true legend of the world, of not just wrestling, but of life. And it's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sleepy Joe Biden comes pulling right in a Zamboni, hits the ring Stone Cold style, jumps up on top of the thing. The crowd goes bananas. He leaps off the Zamboni like Steve Austin, nails Trump, beats the crap out of him, and just takes him down. The crowd is going crazy. Kamala's jumping up and down. She's smiling at Biden. She reaches her arms out for a hug. Biden looks right at her with that bewildered look that he always has. He smiles, and then he flips her right off, right like that, because he knows she forced him out of this election and screwed him over, that she created lies. He knew she was the damn culprit. And then he hits her with the Biden stunner, with the Sleepy Joe stunner. Kamala gets knocked right back. Sleepy Joe gets right in the ring with 2 ice cream cups, puts them together like Austin does with his beer, and eats that ice cream. The crowd goes nuts. We go off the air. Joe Biden takes over and is your 2024 president.
How much weed did you smoke?
A lot. A lot when I wrote that last night.
Wow.
Sense, except Joe Biden being athletic as he is in that, but everything else made sense.
It was a swerve from him. They made everybody believe he was incapable when he really freaking was, man. Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan hits that motherfucker together. Bam. Chocolate chip, mint, Rocky Road all rolled into one. The Neapolitan on the other with some rainbow sprinkles. Joe Biden is your new president in 2024. Bank on it.
Okay.
Rewind. How's it feel to have your card make more sense?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Did I tell you I was going to pull a swerve, or did I tell you I was going to pull a swerve?
You did.
It's a good
I had
call.
a long day at work yesterday. I came home. I was relaxing a little bit, partaking in a little medicinal purposes, as it's legal here in New York. And I said, shit, I got to put my card together. And my original match was completely different, though. I had an original match, and I was like, I got to pull one out here and go all the way. And I'm putting a theme together.
Yeah. Good for you.
You have a theme, all right.
Damn right. No politics. See, everybody got crapped on there. I told you I'm as unbiased as they come in regards to politics. Everybody got their comeuppance at the end, right?
Except Biden.
You gotta feel bad for the guy a little bit, The poor guy. They've been parading him around all the time. They sold him they sold him
He's
out.
slapping together ice cream cones.
He likes ice cream, all
Bad
right?
you feel?
He loves ice cream, bro. Have you seen his ice cream discussion?
Yeah, he likes ice cream a lot.
The movie with Johnny Knoxville. We got ice cream? When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Is that Grandma's Boy?
No,
the one
it's
where he plays a
Bad
special
Grandpa?
needs kid.
no, it's
Shit.
he's in the
The
Special
Ringer.
Olympics.
The Ringer.
Yeah,
The Ring. Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
most fucked up movie of all time,
Yeah.
right there. Isn't that where they hijacked the Special Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're gonna fucking burn in hell after tonight. We really
I'm
are.
not. I'm
No.
not. I got a tuxedo match. I'm all good, dude.
I'll have friends. So.
The Ringer, my God. No, Biden's got to appear, but he does love his ice cream. There's a video on I think it's on our YouTube channel, I believe, where I put this clip of Biden in there where he talks about his love of ice cream as he's sniffing little girls' hair.
Dude, he
He's
loves ice cream, dude.
He loves it. He says the best thing about being the president, he goes, he tells this little girl this in this one clip. He's like, the best part about being the president is I got ice cream everywhere. I got Rocky Road. I got mint chocolate chip, which is my favorite. I got strawberry. I got vanilla. I got everything. He's like, I got 2 freezers full of ice cream. And I'm like, wow. That's the highlight of this guy's life.
Buddy. Right,
Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
You're the president of the United States.
and you're excited that much about ice cream.
Fucking ice cream.
Ice
Yeah.
cream, man. He's got Rocky Road. He's got mint chocolate chip. He's got it
He's
all.
Wow.
He's also tough. Dude, the corn puff story? Where like
Corn
you got-
pop.
Yeah.
He took his. They used to take their hands up my leg to feel the hair and. Bro,
got a
Thank you,
chain from the garage or whatever from the maintenance man.
Thank you, Manuel. I'm glad you enjoyed the storyline. Yes, Sean, no politics, 100%. Team Trump has to have Jericho and Lashley. Mania 23 callback. Team Kamala's got to include The Rock. The Rock was almost on it for me, but I had to bring in the Swerve at the end. He was actually my number 5 guy, but I replaced him with Eddie Guerrero. So I
Hey,
wanted
Vlad,
the Swerve.
Do you know what we're talking about at all? 'Cause
Yeah,
it
the
was-
elections and poking fun at like the American United States elections and all the bloody swerves that are happening.
Did
I'm
they?
jealous because you don't have to put up with this
Yeah,
shit.
do you have to? Do they put it on the news a lot there in Australia with all the garbage that's going on
Oh,
in our
we-
country?
Oh, we have our own version here in Australia where they're goose as well. Like Australia's we hear about it, the stuff in the United States, but we also have like a lot of stupid politicians and people running our country.
Yeah.
So very similar. Like
We'll
Australia's
trade
probably
you.
not much
Yeah.
different.
We'll trade you. Look at the
you'll
choices
probably
we
get-
got coming up this week.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah.
shocked with Australia. We're pretty much like a bloody colonial version of the United States with some of the bloody people that get in with like the parties and then they are as dumb as dog shit and then you don't have much choice to vote and it's all about like greed and power and manipulation.
Well, at
Yeah.
least we know we're not in the minority because it happens everywhere else. Every time I travel and I go to another country, I try to listen to their news because it's usually subtitled, so you can at least read it in English and things. Because I love to see what goes on in other countries if it's the same shit show that it is in ours. And no matter where I go, it's always the same shit show at any other country. They got their own version of the crap that we have to put up with. I take it in humor. That's why I wrote that storyline tonight because I don't have a dog in the fight, and I respect everybody's views on whoever you like and whatever you like. And I thought it'd be fun to make a little change around to it to lighten up the political mood. But I got to know for everybody, who's your vote for who's got the best card? So let's see who the winners might be tonight. So in the comments, if you guys are still there, I know we've been going on for a while. Why don't you throw yours out? I'll go first. Jude, who you got for your best card?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Jeremy.
Okay. So we got one for Jeremy. What about you, Rewind? Who you going with?
I'm going with Jude. It's a good card.
So you're gonna go with Jude.
Yeah.
All right. Jude, we got one. Guys, type in your comments too if you're still out there. Let us know what you're thinking here. All right. Lazo, what about you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to vote UA. I'm meant to just vote the other people.
Yeah, you just can't vote for yourself. Who other than yourself would you pick as the
Oh, well,
best
I'm
card?
going to vote you because of that awesome bloody United States politics thing you did. Because it reminds me
Right.
of Australian Parliament House where there's a bloody guy going unparliamentary language. Excuse me, Mr. Speaker, because they're all calling each other banana brains. And it's like kindergartners throwing sandwiches. It like gets so pathetic. It's like I get the monkey suit joke where they have like a cartoon for politicians, but they're all monkeys dressed as politicians. Like that's so Australia. I don't know about the United States, but Australia's pretty goofy when it comes to those who run our country.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it happens everywhere for sure.
Mhm.
Sean's he says Biden's favorite ice cream is Sniffleberry.
Look,
He's gonna-
look up a lady called Pauline Hanson in Australia. She's the most racist, bloody stupid woman ever, and she's like an Australian politician. And her background before she was a politician, guess what she was? A fish and chip store owner.
Jesus.
Close.
Yeah, that shows their qualification levels, right?
Yeah,
Shows
dumb as
them.
dog shit.
Jesus. Jeremy, who's your vote for the win tonight, my friend?
I'm gonna go with Jude.
Jude. All right. We got
Damn,
two for
two.
Jude. We got one for Jeremy. We got one for John. I'm going to throw my vote as God, it's the funniest card of the night, hands down, was Rewinds. You know, hands down, no doubt about it. He's got the funniest one of the night for me. So on funny, I would vote Rewind, but if I'm voting for best matchup, I got to go with Lazarus, man. I think he's got a solid one from top to bottom. It's really hard though because everybody had one, but I'm gonna go with Laza for a vote for mine. I think he had the best one. Rewind has the most funny one.
Much appreciated.
Yeah,
thanks,
Rewind
John.
had the funniest one, hands down, to me. But for my vote, I'm going to vote on the best matchup. You know, and I like the best matchup is Laz's for sure for me. But very close with the other ones. You guys were fucking great. Joey's going to vote for John. All right. Derek's going to vote for John. Team Trump versus Team Kamala is money. I like the angle too. Thank you very much. Derek, Rand says you should watch the Canadian House of Commons. It's like watching the WWE promo call out. All right.
You get maple syrup with that?
Yeah. Maple syrup. Let's get some Canadian bacon, eh? 100%.
I like that thing. I can't think of the name of it. It's like a cheese thing you have with like hot chips. What's it called? Poutine or something. Yeah,
Or
I want to try it. Poutine.
Poutine with the gravy on the fries?
Yeah.
It's good. It's a Canadian staple for sure. It's a Canadian staple. I like poutine. I think it's pretty good. Well, I hate to say it, but I got the win tonight, fellas. 3-2 for Jude, and Jeremy had one, and Laz had one on there. So I guess the team Trump and Kamala was the money. Let's see how will the political race be as interesting as that ridiculous storyline that I wrote up? I don't think so.
I would hope, though.
Wouldn't it be more entertaining? It'd be watchable,
more interesting.
Yeah, it'd be really good then. All right, everybody had great cards though, phenomenal cards, good picks all the way around. Do you guys like the Survivor Series theme dream matchups?
It was hard. Like I said, I had another one that I was going to go with.
We got a couple minutes.
I had the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal,
okay,
with Demolition, Axe and Smash, with Sid Vicious versus the Steiner Brothers, Rick and Scott, the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, with Diesel.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like the Diesel inclusion at the end there. I didn't see that coming.
Powerbomb versus Powerbomb.
Yeah, good one. That's a good pick. Like that. This was my original matchup, guys, that I had for before I switched to the Kamala versus Trump theme. So this was my original one. It was going to be a team WCW versus team original WWF. So before the WWE, cut off here. So team WCW, I had as captain none other than the man himself, Sting. For me. And then you got to bring in an enforcer, and you got to bring in the only enforcer for WCW in my book, and that's Double A Arn Anderson, the master of the spine buster. And of course, you got to bring with him one of the greatest of all time, the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair. And you got to bring the people's champ DDP, and you got to bring a big guy, and I'm going to bring the Giant for that. So that was my original one for Team WCW. Team WWF captain was the Real American style of Hulk Hogan, of course. And we're going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin joining up on Team Hogan. He's going to be going against the Arn Anderson. That's kind of the matchup I want to see. The enforcer of the WCW brand versus the best all-around badass in the WWF era. Enforcer versus enforcer. And then I'd love to recreate Ric Flair and Macho Man. So Macho Man's my third one that I'm bringing for Team WWF. I know he was a WCW guy for a long time, probably close to as long as his WWF run, but I always equate him to WWF for me as the first one. Taking on the people's champ of WCW is going to be the people's champ of the WWF, and it's going to be the match we should have got in the Invasion, The Rock versus DDP. So I'm bringing The Rock on Team WWF and rounding it out to take on the big man, the Giant from WCW. I would have The Undertaker coming in and taking him out. So... And I'm going to pull a shocker on everybody here, and I'm going to have the winner be Team WCW. I'm going to have Sting be the sole survivor and actually defeat Hulk Hogan with the Scorpion Deathlock. No screw job, no Starrcade 97. He taps out the Real American right in the middle of the ring.
Sweet.
So that's a match I got. Anybody else have any matches they didn't get to throw out? Or any ideas that they had?
It's interesting because I start writing. I have an idea in my head, like all these fantasy bookings, and then it completely changes by the time I'm done.
Yeah.
I was going to do Generation. It was like the women's match that completely changed. Then I was going to do like tag team match, like Steiner Brothers and Legion of Doom versus the Dudley Boys. And I couldn't think of another one, so I started mixing around, do some of the end up with tuxedo match. It's weird. You have an idea, and when you put a pin down paper, it just completely changes. It's interesting.
The tuxedo match concept to yours just added a whole other different layer to it that I never would have expected for a Survivor Series match.
I am in gleeful anticipation of Richie's reaction to this.
When he hears that side, especially the team that Rewind gave him, he is going to die.
Oh, yeah.
He is going
I
to.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't help myself. I've got to tell this joke. I know because you're talking about politics.
Okay.
What's the first step to becoming a politician?
What's that?
A landscaper, because that's where you learn how to compost shit.
Yeah.
Welcome
that about
to
sums
America.
up politics right there. That about sums it up for sure. Sean's going to vote for Rewind versus Mae Young in a bra and panties match.
That's not fair, dude. She would just kill me, dude. She's built, man. Like even in her old age, she's having baby hams.
You
and
love
whatnot.
the older ladies, Rewind. We've established this
Yeah.
on the show. Linda McMahon is your dream lady. Is Mae Young in a higher category than even Linda?
She's dead, so I'm gonna go. Yeah.
when she was alive at the end, the later May years, was she in a better category or a lower category to you?
No, because Linda McMahon she had the brains, she had the money, she had the look, she had it all, dude. Like you don't beat that.
She's no pun intended, the total package.
She really is, dude.
May Young would love to have your hand.
It's spoiled right now, but yeah.
she'd give you some very unforgettable moments.
Very true. Well, I'm talking to a chick right now. She's 47.
Yeah, happy ending.
So we'll see what happens.
You got a 47-year-old you're rolling with now?
I'm talking to right now. The oldest chick I've been with was 52, and I was 33.
So you really do like the older ladies for the most part.
Well, they can't. Usually they're dumb kids, dude. So it's like get tested. It's all great, dude.
What's like the dream age that you'd have? Would it be if they're collecting Social Security?
We're getting that senior discount today.
We're going to Denny's today.
I always tell
Senior
chicks when I go
special.
on dates with them that I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to retire and drink beer in the backyard, and they can work and clean the house and have 16 kids. It's a dumb joke. No, 9 years seems like the perfect. I think almost every chick I dated for the most part has been 9 years older than me. Like 9
How old are you, Rewind?
35.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're so young.
I didn't think you were that young, excuse me, that old. I thought you were like 25.
No, I'm 30, 35, 10 years.
Damn, bro. All right.
89. Yeah, end of an era.
Jesus. I went to the gas
I'm
station.
38.
I went to the gas station the other day. I went to go get a cigar over there that they had, and I forgot my fucking wallet on me. I just had my pocket of cash or whatever. And I know there are laws or whatever. But I go to the guy and he's like, he's like, all right, you have your ID? And I said, shit, I just had my thing. I said, totally forgot. I said, I'm almost 43 years old. And he looks at me, he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, what are you looking at, bro? And he's like, I need your ID. He's like, I don't believe you. And I'm like, you don't fucking believe me? Then I'm 43. What do you think? I'm a kid coming in here? Does a kid have this gray hair going in their beard? I come back and I get it. And I give him the fucking thing just to prove it to him. He's like, dude, he was so high. He looked like Jim Brewer though, so he was like, he's like, I'm sorry, man. He's like, you got good genetics or something. And I'm like, no, I fucking don't. I don't know what world you're living in that you thought that I was not in my 40s, man. He's like, it's a compliment, bro. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking dude.
He's probably drug fucked.
But he was Jim Brewer. He had like those Jim Brewer bags under his eyes and shit from just smoking weed constantly.
A couple months ago, I got carded for snuff.
No way.
Dude.
Snuff. Lady, the little girl at Sheetz, she's like, sir, do you have your ID? And
Jesus.
I laughed about it. I went, she's like, no, really, I need your ID to scan the back of it. I went, it's snuff. You have to be 18 to buy snuff. I'm a lot older than 18. She's like, I still need your ID, sir.
Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Keep it.
I guess apparently
in
in some states it's a law that they have to card everybody for products now. I don't know what's like in you guys' states or what
That's
it's like.
alcohol here.
Okay. What's the drinking age in Australia, Lazo? Do you guys have a drinking age?
Yeah, you'll be shocked. I think it still is too. Because in Australia, it actually comes from, ironically enough, the war.
Okay.
In Australia, they said to a lot of people serving, because they weren't adults completely yet, if you're old enough to go to war, you're old enough to drink. So in Australia, the law is you can drink at 18.
Are they strict about it? Like if you went into a bar, if you were like 17 or 16 and you went in a bar to go get a beer, are they going to card you or are they just going to fucking just turn it? Say,
because of PC culture, they're probably stricter now in like the cities, whatnot. But if you go out bush, no one cares. But I've gone to a bar and I was underage. I was probably like 15 or 16. And because I was fairly tall and stuff, they probably knew I was underage. I was with some people older. I had a drink. I've done it a few times. But a lot of that's old hat because of PC culture and the whole like prim and proper. But yeah, in Australia, from my upbringing, the older generation would get on the piss with you because they were teaching you how to do it properly. It was classed as like teaching people morals of drinking instead of like young people drinking when they're underage and doing stupid stuff. A lot of the older generation would have barbecues and would drink with you, and you'd be taught, how to drink whatnot. It sounds stupid, but that was the Aussie culture.
No, it's not. I mean, it's been like that for generations and generations in so many so many different cultures and countries. I've been to like 29 or 30 countries now. I'm a big traveler. For anybody that doesn't know that about me, I take off, usually once or twice a year for a month at a time, and I like to go see different places. I love Asia. Asia is my favorite culture in the world to go visit. First time I was over in the Philippines, I'll never forget. I was in a really remote area, to say the least, and I was with my ex-wife at the time, and I was going to visit her and my daughter. They were seeing her family there. So I was flying down to go meet them. We weren't together anymore, but I was flying down to go meet them to say hello for the holidays for a few days or whatever. So I had never been to her village at all in my life. It was like the province where she was originally from. Totally boondocks, totally third world country, what you would think, like just out there. It's crazy. So we were out there at her sister's house, and they had like a little convenience store right across the street. And I walk over there to go get a beer or something like that. They'd sell the beers out of there. I go up, wait in line, a couple people, and then I see this like little kid turn around, and he's got a San Miguel in one hand, which is a beer. He's got a San Miguel in one hand, and in the other hand, he's got a pack of fucking smokes. And he's no older than 10 years old, hands down.
Shit.
He's no older than 10 years old. So I do it like a double take for a second, and she was standing right next to me. She was going with me, and I said, what the fuck? And then she's like, what? Look over. I said, that kid. I said, he's got beer in his hand. He just bought, like, he's got a pack of smokes. And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah. What? What's the big deal? I was like, what's the big deal? I said, he's got to be fucking 10 years old. He's like, oh, he's probably giving it to his parents and getting this for his parents or something, because they said they do that shit there or whatever. And I'm like, all right. I look around. I said, I don't think he's getting it for his parents. And she's like, he is. You're just being
Probably not.
whatever. I turn around. I look. The kid's firing up a butt, man, and he's smoking a cig, drinking a fucking San Miguel. I said, he's getting it for his fucking parents, all right, man. I said, look at him. He's sipping down on this beer like he's just enjoying life. He's smoking a cigarette like he's fucking Harley Race, man. When he hits
18.
Yeah.
Hello, my name. I shouldn't have smoked when I was young.
I never in a million years would I ever thought that I would see in another country some kid that's fucking like 10 years old drinking and smoking. And nobody, if you did it here, if you blink wrong at your kid now, somebody's going to call CPS on you, like this kid's smoking and drinking on the street. God bless it. God bless the world. It's so different everywhere. That's why I always love to ask people, Laza, from different cultures and countries, man.
Yeah, that's like Australia. Australia now, in some parts, we're really PC, but in some parts, it's still old school. But same here with, like, say, Brisbane, they're probably PC, where you can't do anything. But growing up, I used to get sent to grab smokes and stuff. And the shops were keeping my parents.
Yep.
And they'll be like, no worries. We just don't smoke and all that. But nowadays, because it's a different generation, you can't do that anymore because of PC. And also, the morals had changed back in the day too. I think there was better morals growing up with, like, they'd let you away with some things because there was like morals with, like, how it was done, where nowadays with PC culture, you can't do anything, and a lot of youth are rebelling and drinking underage, and they're probably doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing outside of drinking, like only drunk. But a lot of young people are now going beyond drinking and pot and doing like hard drugs, and it's getting really bad with like the issue of PC culture everywhere, where they're not actually teaching people morals, and they're actually getting out of control with trying to control everything, but then it ends up making things worse.
Yeah, so it's so unique everywhere. That's why I always love to learn a little bit about everybody's life and where they grew up and what it's like there. Joey said in 21, you can go to a lot of the bars and 21, they're 21 and over, but you can drink underage, and if your parents are with them. Yeah, everywhere is different. I don't know. I just thought it was a fun little swerve that we took tonight. Guys, great topics tonight. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for making the show tonight. As always, you guys rock. We'll see you guys again next week. So I appreciate it a ton. Jude, Rewind, Jeremy, Laz, everybody in the audience. We appreciate it so much. So I'm going to cut down the green room. I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Night, fellas. All right, everybody. Was a great show. I can't thank each and every one of you enough for joining me tonight, for helping me out. I know Richie should be back next week with everything. I'm not a solo act, 100%. I I feed off of the partners and all you great people, and I really appreciate you guys making it so engaging and making it easy for me tonight to do it solo for this 1 week. We didn't want to let you down this week, and Richie will be back. We missed you too, buddy, of course. So everybody have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for having a great time. As always, you guys are the best. Thank you, Rewind. Everybody, we'll see you again next week. We'll come up with a great topic. We'll put it together, and we'll start spitballing a few more ideas out there for the coming weeks. So everybody have a great rest of your evening. We'll catch you next time on Wrestling with Reality.